I've been asking my mate Kel to sort a video out and sort some proper social media out in ages. Well, he's not bothered, so I've come here today to stick a camera in his face. This is Fusion Autocraft.
So what we do here is we fix old cars. We'll tack on anything from small repairs straight through bespoke panels, custom panels, full restorations. Yeah, anything really to do with old cars. Bit of mechanical work, but predominantly rust repairs and bespoke metalwork.
Any other day, Kel would fucking natter your ear off. As soon as the camera comes in his face, as with anyone, there's a little bit of fear to it. He fixes stuff, he makes stuff, he's fucking master of metal. I don't know how else to describe you, mate. We'll show some of the projects that you're working on now, and people have a better idea of what you do. And this flickering light do my Sweden.
Oh yeah, everyone says that.
Right, Kel, this doesn't look like a car. What's this, mate?
This is a chassis off a Honda S800. The customers put this chassis together. We're doing the bodywork. It's an actual replica of the Honda RSC race car. So we're doing quite a bit of bespoke work to the shell. And then he's going to finish the build. So yeah, the shell, we've got it upside down at the minute, finishing the last of the rust repairs underneath. But we've done... He's running. He's gone, he's had enough. But yeah, we've done some bespoke work on this. The race car has aluminium panels for the doors, the boot and the bonnet. So we've made door skins, we made the bonnet, we made the boot lid. We've got quite a lot of rust repairs, which is a bit more involved than we actually wanted to be. It's gone a bit further than usual, which happens in most cases. So we've made like the rear cross member and basically all the skins on the outer body. I've either had to fabricate or fit some new old stock panels. Some good, some not so good, but we can deal with it. So these are supplied quarter panels, new old stock. They've been blasted, which has warped them. So we took some of the warpage out and then we've aligned them to the doors, gapped them up to the doors, and then spot welded them on in the factory spots, keeping the original seams. Right, so these are aftermarket wings. We have done a little cool touch to these, which is what we like to do. We've actually rolled out the arches and added some strengthening to the inside of them, which is what the race car had. So that's little touches that we enjoy doing. But these wings have actually been a real struggle. The radiuses are off on the falls. They're a terrible fit, which is what most aftermarket panels are. So it's quite challenging, and that's good part of the job. An interesting part is actually trying to make stuff fit and problem solve.
There's quattros everywhere. I'm interested. Old cars. We all love them. They look an absolute pain in the arse to work on, but let's talk about this one over here. We've got two quattros. One hiding up there that looks a bit worse for wear, and this one looks a bit more like a car. Talk us through it, Kel.
So these quattros are absolutely enormous jobs, especially this one. This one's really rusty. And there's the aftermarket backup for panels, even repair panels, is shocking. There's not really anything out there. But that's why we love doing them, because we can make a lot of stuff that a lot of your body shops won't consider making. So like there's repair sections in these wings. These are really rusty usually through the wings. We've got our first full made sill with the right taper across them.
And you make all these by hand?
They're all made by hand, yeah. We're in the process of dressing this weld out, as you can see. The weld through the panel here is all the way through it.
So that was all rust previous, yeah?
Yeah, so this panel, the quarter panel sill, the bottom of the quarter, the whole arch, the rear arch section, and the bottom of the quarter panel here is all handmade, the old-fashioned way.
The only way that can be done these days, isn't it?
It is, yeah. There's no way around it apart from unless you invested a lot of money in a press, and you've got to go back to the old-fashioned way of making it. which is what we absolutely love.
So this looks like a car to me. That up there looks less of a car. How do we even put that up there, to be fair?
Ah, yeah, we borrowed Sam's truck, and that was an absolute nightmare. We had to empty the whole shop, and then a big strap through the windows and a bar, and managed to get it up there. So
is that Sam's car? Is that a job for another day?
It's a friend's. It's a potential job in the future, but for now it's just
storage.
It's happy up there, yeah. It's better. It's better. It's in the dry. It's out the way.
Show me what other things. We've got a wheel wall over here with all wonderful wheels, but I know you've got like an Aladdin's cave with bits here, there, and everywhere as well, haven't you?
Yeah.
But are these all yours?
These are my wheels. Yeah, I'm obsessed with wheels. I don't know why, but
loves them.
I do. I'm obsessed. So I buy wheels, and then I think one day I'll buy a car just to put them wheels on it.
You buy the wheels first, and buy the car to suit.
Yeah, if you find a nice set of wheels, and then you can just buy an old car to suit.
So this car on the spit next to it as well, Skyline.
Yeah, it's a Skyline.
Also your car.
It is, yeah. That's my project. It's been sat for a while.
So it's not just customers' cars you like working on, but...
Oh, no, I'm obsessed, yeah. Obsessed with building cars. Modifying classics.
I saw this before it came off the road.
Yeah?
And it didn't look like a bad car, so why is it in this state now?
Well, when I drove it, it was awful. It had a baggy steering box. The engine was a bit... It was all right, the engine, but the parts were so expensive for it. So I've done an engine swap and it's got carried away. Swapped a steering rack in it. Custom gearbox mounts. So it'll run a modern BMW gearbox. Custom prop shaft. No, it's just a GS6. I say modern. Modern in my world is like early 2000s or something. Yeah, well, this looks like a pile of rubbish, but it's actually bits of the old Spitfire there. So what we do when a car comes in, because the Triumph is basically having a brand new shell, so what we do, we'll keep every bit of it we cut off, because you see these little wiring tabs and all these little holes. And we will make sure that everything goes back on what the customer actually wants back on. I think the car's going to get modified slightly, so wiring will rate different places, but if we keep everything for reference, then we can't go wrong, really.
I remember doing design tech in school, but there's tools here that I do not recognise that are probably older than me and Kel put together. So that's a guillotine. That looks like a folder bender.
Yeah, folder there.
That's a... What's that one over there, Kel?
This one? Oh, this is well old. This is a cracker,
What's this?
This is a Pell's machine, but you'll probably know it more if you look for pull maxes. So it's like a reciprocating hammer. Basically, you can make loads of beads, you can shrink, and you can make your own tooling for different profiles, what you want to put in. So this is like a tool holder, and then that's a die. So you'd have a male and female, and basically they'd knock together and they'd form that profile in sheet steel.
So they don't make them like they used to, obviously, but you need people to keep these cars alive. Without people like Kel and Ryan, old cars would just disappear off the road and you'd never see them ever again. Skyline parts ready to go on when the car looks a bit more like a car. Yeah. There's goodies everywhere. Are these all original things, or are these...
These are all original things. So if you look at these are from like 1984. So we've had these blasted and powder coated, and the finish is lovely.
Lovely.
It's absolutely sweet.
And there's just the front end of a car here as well. What's this off?
That's a Spitfire front end. Okay. Yeah, that's no good, but we're not throwing it away.
Wings, subframe, boots.
Yeah, and then...
Modern coilover. That's probably the newest thing in here, those coilovers, isn't it?
Yeah, they're for the Quattro, actually. Oh, yeah. We had them sent to Germany to be built by KW. Yeah. This is the storage area. So this one's a mega extensive build for a Spitfire. It's basically having a brand new shell. I don't think, well, the only bits what are original to this car is the dash and the dash top. The door frames are for an original car, but not this one. So we have used every panel you can buy, and we've also manufactured a lot ourselves, like the whole of this rear bed is all handmade. We've handmade these side panels, and then we've done quite a few mods to hold his rear interior panels. It's had new floors, new quarter panels, door skins, basically everything. There's not anything what's not getting changed on this car. And on the way, we're trying to make little improvements. Like if you look at this channel, how Triumph make this drain for this scuttle is they basically send a chisel through the top panel. So we've made little guards for the water to drain down.
So not only fixing, but you're making better.
Yeah, we try and make little improvements where we can, if the customer's on board. Same with these to hold the seals on the back of the wheel tubs. They normally just go on with like a trim clip which gauge the paint. So we've made these like retaining strips to hold the seal on. So,
shows your Civic, Cal. One of my favourites. We've done a few track days in this, haven't we?
Ah yeah, Civic's a sweet rad. Greatest Civic that Earth has ever seen. Honestly, everyone who goes in this car or has a little go of it just thinks it's absolutely amazing. It's so fun.
There's not an original engine added onto that bonnet though. Don't be fooled by its like nice little exterior. It's a cute little car.
Ah, it's lovely.
Handmade wing on the back.
Yeah.
The wheels are there funky, what the Mugans.
Yeah, Mugans on the back at the minute and then some Black Racing 4s on the front. Normally, I do the track days in the Mugans and then the 4s. The 4s help for putting toe straps through the wheels for hold it on the trailer. Let me get a bonnet prop. Oh, well, I can just hold it. 235 horsepower, I think it was, on the dyno. So weighs about 800 kilo, so it's a flyer.
And how many years have you owned this for?
I don't even know. It's been a long time.
It's been that long.
It's been so long, yeah. This is one car. I did have a moment where I'd get rid of cars. I'd use them for a bit, do the build, have a little bit of fun, and then move them on for the next one. But this one, can't let it go.
This one and every other car you bought recently.
Well, yeah, I have said there's no more big projects for me, to be fair. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. I fancy a Fiat Panda. So.
Anyone's got a Fiat Panda, send us a message.
Yeah, but yeah, this is so much fun. And like you can kick its head in, it drives home. Not, I wouldn't say comfortably, but it's absolutely brilliant. I've promised Lee that I'm going to get better at this video in Malarkey because I'm so far out my comfort zone at the minute. But,
Kel makes metal, I make socials.
Yeah, my passion is cars, in the doing the metal work, building old cars, making some cool, sweet rides, as I always say. So yeah, I've promised Lee the social media side. I'm going to try my best. So yeah, please give us a like, give us a follow, and watch us on a car adventure.
It's absolutely roasting, by the way. So shout out to Kel for getting into that Civic because it is roasting. Like we're under this canopy here. There's cars hiding everywhere. We've got sandblaster, wall blaster, walnut blaster. Yeah. There's just bits here, there, and everywhere. It is fascinating to be here. If you've got an old car with any rust that needs sorting, Fusion Autocraft. I'll leave the details here. Go and follow him on the socials and bully him into putting more up.